Hello guys, you are with the Tech Science. Today the discussion point on the basis of the class 9 is a kind of like telescope that we are discussing since a couple of days, and today the point that we have to discuss is about the Newtonian telescope. Last video is based on the optical telescope where we are using the two different types of lenses are there. If you remember, the first one is called objective lens and second is called the eyepiece, and that's why here the light get refracted. Because of that it is called as the refracting telescope, as that we already discussed. But there are the certain like drawbacks are there, the disadvantages are there regarding the optical telescope. There are three drawbacks that we already discussed. If you are not seeing that video, so there is a link already given in the description, you just follow that. Okay, so which are the three drawbacks are there basically? So first drawback is regarding the objective lens. If you have to you have to actually made as large as possible, because the light rays which are coming from the heavenly object, the purpose is what maximum amount of light should be entered through the lens, and that is what very difficult if the lens is very like small in size. For the reason we have to having a very large lens, and maintenance of such lens is very difficult, and it is very difficult to make such very large lenses. That is what the thing. Second, here the eyepiece and the objective lenses, that are two types of lenses, they are placed at the opposite end of the telescope, and because of that the length of telescope also increases, and to maintain such a distance and having the large telescope, it is very difficult to maintain. And last, there is a problem of error of colors are there, and that is called chromatic aberrations are there. So to solve the problem of these colors, we are using we replacing the the lenses by the mirror. And if you observe in a Newtonian telescope, you found two types of mirror. Observe, this is the primary mirror, and generally it is a kind of concave mirror. Which one is there? It is a concave mirror. And this is what the secondary mirror. This is the secondary mirror, which having the types called as the plane mirror. Which one is this? It is a plane mirror. Okay, now here as the concept is same. What is the concept? Here the light rays are entered from these sides, and as they are like moving, they are traveling parallelly. Of course, maximum, what is our aim? Our aim is that maximum amount of light should be entered. Am I right now? So, and that will be fall on the first one. It is called primary mirror. It should be fall on the primary mirror. Where it is the primary mirror? This is the primary mirror. So all these lights, maximum amount of light, that should be fall on the primary mirror. And we know the property of mirror. What is the property of mirror? When the light get incident on this mirror, of course they get reflected back. Observe, this is what the light of incidence. Am I right? This is what the light of incidence. And finally the light get reflected back here. Observe, these are called a reflected ray. With the help of yellow in color, I show already the incident ray, and these are called as the reflected rays are there. And here this is what the property of the mirror. And if you have, because of this, now this Newtonian telescope is also called as the reflecting telescope. It is also called a reflecting telescope. So in order to get a bright image of a source, large mirrors are necessary. Of course, you have to like enter the maximum amount of light from the heavenly object. From this side, the heavenly objects are like light rays are coming from the heavenly object. For the reason, if you want more light enters here, of course the size of the primary mirror should be large. And because of that, so what happened here? One more thing, if you compare these mirrors with the lenses, so construction of the mirror in a large proportion is very easy compared to the lenses. And one more, that the weight of the mirror is also less as compared to the lens of size. And the image formed by the mirror, remember what I am telling, the images which are formed by these mirror, they do not have any kind of like errors of colors. So the problem of chromatic aberration automatically gets solved. So this is what the main theme, and Newton on work on these only, and he used the mirrors, both primary mirror, that is called spherical mirror, and secondary mirror, it is called as the plane mirror. Okay, so the main theme behind this is only the thing, and what is the reason why the mirrors are used. So this is the answer. Okay, now what is the next one? Now it's time to study the working. What exactly the working of this? Okay, so observe here The mirrors, that is called primary mirror, just now I told you it is a type of concave mirror. So here the mixture of copper and tin on the back side of the mirror, we know that the mirror is always having one side is completely opaque and second side is second side it is used for the incident light as well as for reflected ray. So the other side which is completely opaque, that is made up of the copper and tin, and this would reflect a ton of light and was less expensive than the silver used at that time. So first of all, this is what the thing. Afterward, when these lights which are fall on this plane mirror, now what happen here? They get reflected back, and when they get reflected back, of course we know that primary mirror is a kind of concave mirror, and because that convergence occurs. Observe now these light rays, then they are traveling. When they are traveling in a reflected way, of course they are appear to be meet. For example, if this ray further it get move, of course they will meet certain here, and you got focus. But before that, what we did, we just place a mirror before they meet at a focus, and that mirror is called secondary mirror, and this secondary mirror is nothing but the plane mirror. Before the reflected ray converge at the focus, of course because of this plane mirror that we place in path of this, before they reach to the focus, we just put for the plane mirror here. And what is the position of plane mirror? Like someone told like that it is an angle of 45 degree with respect to this incident ray and so on. But what is my vision? You should place the plane mirror where the light rays, when they traveling, of course they should be 90 degree with this. They should be 90 degree with your eyepiece. In that case, it is very easy for us to get the a magnified image. So this is what the theme behind that. Okay, normally if you count this angle, of course it should be 45. Now once the light after reflection it falls on the plane mirror, observe this is the reflected ray, and after falling on the plane mirror it get reflected back in this direction, of course. And here there is one convex lens is placed. What is the name of the convex lens? Observe, this is the eyepiece, and this is what the convex lens. So of course they are traveling parallel to the principal axis toward this eyepiece, and here there is an eye. Observe, this is what the eye. So if you observe through this eyepiece the rays which are reflected by this plane mirror, you got the magnified image of the source, and because of that, of course, you can see the heavenly objects which are where the light rays are coming from this in this direction. After reflecting by the concave mirror called as the primary mirror, again it get one more time reflected by the plane mirror, and when they pass through this focuser, when it is passed through this eyepiece from other side, when someone see these, of course the image that will be obtained by this reflection, after multiple reflection, a bright image has been formed and a magnified image you got, and because of that one can see the object which are called heavenly objects. So automatically all the problems has been solved. For example, the problem of chromatic aberration automatically solved, the problem of maintenance it will be automatically solved, the problem of increase the size of the lenses, because that it's very difficult to maintain the size of the lens. Of course when it is replaced by the mirror, also this automatically solved. So from cost point of view, from maintenance point of view, from the error of color, every problem that has been solved by the Newtonian telescope. So this is what the today's lecture, which is based on the Newtonian telescope, how it will be useful to see and heavenly objects. Okay, I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel and press on the bell icon for the new notification. Thank you.